Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Zelda NES. In this part we'll be taking on level 8. I was going to say 7, no, the last one was 7 wasn't it? It's been ages since I've last uploaded. Life sometimes gets busy, I'm sure I've said this before, but well, sometimes that happens, you know. Got stuff to take care of first and I'll get around to uploading when I can really. The reason why I cut out that bit there is because I wanted to cut to the chase. If you go towards where level 2 was, to the right side of the screen, around this sort of area will be the secret entrance to level 8. And that one's known as Secret is in the Tree at the Dead End, which we came across an old man that said this in about episode 2 or so, I think it was. It was when I was exploring around the majority of the overworld and stuff. That's what he's referring to. It even says this also in the manual, so that's quite interesting to know. It's not the most obvious hint ever. Most of them are quite strange or obscure. Like there's a particular one in here which is infamous for just how out of nowhere and sort of irrelevant it is to this particular point in the game. It's just like, wait, what? You'll see what I mean when we get to it or so, but this is known as level 8, the Lion. We'll see why it's called the Lion when we grab the map. Out of all the map designs, I'd say this one sort of looks like the most for the animal or creature that it's trying to represent. But like I say, you'll see what I mean when we get to it or so. There's not really much to this place. Level 8 is a bit more of a difficult area, I will agree. But, I mean, because you've got a lot of heart containers and, you know, a more stronger tunic, be it the blue ring and such, you'll probably have a bit of an easier time in this place. I imagine this place is a little bit more tricksy if you're trying to get the, if you're trying to do like a free heart run per se, you know? Alright, that right there is the Book of Magic. What that allows us to do is, with the magic wand that I picked up before, I could shoot stuff, but it didn't really do much. But this time around, when you shoot the magic wand, instead it will shoot fire all around the place. I'll show this eventually. I don't really tend to use it too much though. Most of the time whenever I play this game, my technique is just stab. Just stab, mainly. Or sometimes use bombs, but the bombs are mainly to open up the wall. Like as you can see there. Yeah, this just... it shoots fire. Can be useful, I suppose, as a long-ranged weapon, but I don't really tend to use it that much. You're also going to come across a bunch of manhandlers here. In fact, I think we saw one earlier, which I took out. The best strategy for those things is, once again, you know, just use the bombs. Oh, and because we've got the bomb upgrade, where it upgrades at 16, yeah, you're going to see me bomb an awful lot of random ass walls. Because, well, it's something I recommend the most. At least then you'll know that you're exploring the dungeon to its full extent, you know? You might be thinking as well, great, cool, you got the Book of Magic. That's it, right? Because, I mean, in each labyrinth or so, there was like one item to get, and then that was it. No, this one has an extra one, really, which will be quite useful for the final area. As goodness me, that's a maze. It literally defines the term labyrinth. Like, good heavens. Oh, and the pole's voice right there. I don't know if I've done this before, but because I got an arrow, oh sorry, a bow with an arrow with a bow, yeah. If you shoot the pole's voice with it, it just kills them in like instant. Again, you know, in the Japanese version, they had to shout into the microphone. That had various alternate versions and that as the years went by for other versions of this game. But yeah. The red candle I find I don't particularly use too much. You can use it multiple times, but I don't really tend to get much use out of it. I mainly just use it the same as the blue candle, where you just light up the room, make your way out, and then that's it really. There was also a moment in this place where I got kind of a bit lost. I wasn't too sure where to go to find the next part, so I was just wandering around aimlessly, although I did cut that bit out, just because, you know, you don't want to just see me just wander around for like, I don't know, maybe six minutes, something it was. I can't actually remember how long, but I'll just say, like, you know, it took some time. Even when I was watching like the footage when speeding it up and such, just like, you know, sort of skimming through it. We get to see more of Goma here, instead of last time where I just shot the thing in the eye and that's it, it was gone in like a split second. Yeah, this thing does put up a little bit of a fight. It fires things at you, but as long as you've got good eye coordination for knowing where the projectiles are going and stuff, you should be okay. And here is a hint. Spectacle Rock is an entrance to death. Yeah, he's basically hinting at level 9. Bizarrely enough though, this was moved to level 8. I'm pretty sure this hint was in level 7 in the Japanese version, as far as I'm aware. So, I'm not too sure why they moved it, but there you go. This place is swarming with these bloody dark nuts, I tell you. Again, I've said it before, you know, the orange ones, not a problem. They take less hits to do, but the blue ones, oh, where it's a pain in the arse. I would advise, when you're going into level 8, to at least have a potion with you. As you see, I got like a red potion just to be on the safe side, because, I mean, you never know. You can die, and then when you come back with like 3 hearts. Well, I suppose you could just sort of, you know, make your way through it like that. It's a lot better to have like healing stuff with you, because, hey, trust me, if you're virtually dead, you want to get all your hearts back, as then you got like a powerful beam, and, you know, just life's easier. Especially if you get the red potion where you can use it twice. Like, I seriously think it's really cool. Though with the potions, they just give you all your health back regardless. As you can see there, I've taken like so many hits. Like, that was an appalling performance, that. But because of this, yeah, it just all comes back. And then I can just resume like nothing, really. Not to mention as well, if I wanted to, I could just, to get a red potion back again, I could just buy another blue one, and it'll turn it red. So therefore I can use it twice. There's cool little techniques in this game. And you got a bunch of Gibdos here as well. You do see a lot of the Gibdos in various dungeons, actually, which is strange because they're not really particularly too menacing or difficult to take out. They just sort of wander around, that's it really. They're on pretty much like the same sort of page as a Stealthos, I want to say. Because they don't even attack. Neither do the Stealthos. But, yeah. Going down through this secret entrance also, there's a bunch of keys. I mean, you can take them out if you want. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I can't be asked because they're just too far away. But I sometimes just can't be bothered to go to the pause screen and get the weapon out. It depends how I feel, I suppose. I know it doesn't take too long, but trust me, sometimes you just don't want to, you know. The clock does freeze enemies, but I mean, after that, it doesn't really do much. I do find it a bit strange how Link flashes. Maybe it's just to show the fact that time has frozen, but I don't know. It's really strange. I went in and out of that immediately because I was like, hang on a minute, that's where the boss is. Finding the boss in this place isn't particularly too difficult if you are fine with just bombing random parts of the wall. Thankfully, it's not like various sections of the wall. It's either top, bottom, left, or right. So it's not like a particularly place or so. Didn't really know what else to call it on that point. And this is where I get a little bit lost. Particularly after I go through the door. As we get this hint that'll say 10th enemy has the bomb. Yeah. Right, so we don't know what the fuck that means. But 10th enemy has the bomb. What he might be hinting at an enemy in this place. No, he's not hinting at that. So what he's basically referring to is like if you defeat 9 enemies or so in a row. Oh, also I cut this bit out here just because I was wandering around for ages and I didn't know where to go. All I had to do We'll just come out here. There's a bomb bit up at the top part of this screen. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. But yeah, 10th enemy has the bomb. If you defeat 9 enemies without taking a hit, and then if you kill the next enemy with a bomb, they will always drop a bomb. So they'll give you like 4 bombs, essentially. Now I've heard apparently is if you hit them with your sword, they'll give you something else, like maybe 5 rupees or a fairy or something. I don't exactly know how it fully works. All I've known is just how to decipher this mysterious thing of where it says 10th enemy has the bomb. Which, that is so strange, because in the Japanese version, instead, what it says is it doesn't say about 10th enemy has the bomb. Instead, it's to do with the actual bloody item in this place. So a useful thing, you know? Like, maybe that's how you get the fairy? Because I just noticed out of nowhere, just a fairy suddenly appeared. But yeah. As you see there, I'm just sort of like bombing around. There you go, there's a nice little entrance towards it, just to lead me towards where I want to go. Another Goma. There's about 3 of these, oh no, maybe not 3, about 2, but still. Sometimes it does feel like these places are swarming full of enemies, you know? I mean, there's literally just, after this episode, it's the finale of the LP. There's only like 9 levels in this game. But you'll probably spend most of your time trying to get through the base game because, well, it can be difficult, you know? It's a short game when you know what you're doing, but it does take a while to get the hang of the ropes of the game and such. I like how I'm now at the level where when I play this game I could just play it casually and just not give a damn. Instead of how I used to do it also in 2013. This Dark Nut just does not want to move at all. Which is a pain because I have to take him out in order to move the bloody thing. Yeah, because if you don't kill the enemies, you can't move the tile. That's a pain in the ass. Right, here is the thing known as the Lion Key, I think it's known as. What this grants you access to is basically, throughout the dungeons, what I have to do is I have to find the keys to open the doors. Now I don't have to worry about keys ever again. It literally just opens up all the doors. So on the final dungeon, you don't have to go around and find the keys. It's optional now. In this room, there isn't really anything too important. There's just a bunch of orange dark nuts that you have to take out. I guess it's... Oh, it gives you a bomb. Great. Even though I've got like an upgrade of them, but whatever. Suppose it does something, doesn't it? Was there anything to the right? No, there wasn't. Okay. I cut that bit there because I was just pausing and I wasn't particularly too sure where to go or what to do. Or maybe I might have been scratching my nose or something, I do not know. But with all that done, let's cut back to here where we're going to go through this entrance again because that's basically everything all done. Now all we got to do is just take out the main enemy of this place. It's not a new enemy either, it's another recycled enemy. Like they just seem to keep using the same enemies for some reason, I guess. I just thought, we've got to throw in something, you know? Yeah, of course, with the Pole's voice, just shoot them with your bow and arrow and life's good, really. You can still take them out with your sword, but this is a way more quicker and efficient way to get it done, you know? We are fighting against Gleok. My strategy for this is I tried doing a bomb, it sort of worked, but my tactic is just to go up to the thing and stab the living daylights out of it. That seems to do the job, especially if you've got like the blue ring and such, you know. And yeah, that's it for level 8. So, I will see you in the next part, and the grand finale actually of Legend of Zelda will be taken on level 9. See you then.